Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Opalucid City. Today we are going to be taking on the 7th gym, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Gym of Drayden. That is correct. Drayden is the 7th gym leader this time around. In black and white, he was the 8th gym leader along with Iris. Iris is no longer a member of this gym, but we do fight Drayden in both Black 2 and White 2. The gym also received a massive rework in terms of layout. Clyde will give you a fresh water as per usual because he likes stalking you. And this gym's honestly very, very straightforward. Like, there's absolutely no reason you can't make it through this gym on your own. There is quite a few battles to fight, but aside from that, that's really it. The gym is about as straightforward as it gets, and you do have to fight battles. It is a dragon-type gym, so ice-type Pokemon and dragon-type Pokemon are strongest in this gym. And a lot of these Pokemon are really strong, so you may struggle with this gym a bit if your Pokemon are underleveled. Well, it was worth a shot. I'm too lazy to go back to the Pokemon Center, so I'll just heal the traditional way. I really want Zero Dragon to reach level 45, so it evolves. I'll get it there eventually, even if it passes out 20 times in this gym. Anyways, upon finishing that battle, these arrows will begin to light up. And that means we can climb on up. It's kind of like, I don't know. Basically, when you press the forward button, you go up. When you press the down button, you go down. And when you press left and right, you can fight a trainer depending on which side you go for in a very violent animation. I don't know. That can't be safe. I don't feel secure on this thing at all. And then once you beat one of the 2 trainers on each level, you can head up again, but I recommend you fight both. It's also worth pointing out that there are some Dragon-type Pokemon in this gym with the rough skin ability, along with Rocky Helmets equipped. So if you're the kind of person who uses physical-type moves, be very cautious of those Pokemon so you don't accidentally deal a ton of damage to yourself. Yes, triple battle and rotation battles await you above, but first off I'm gonna fight this guy over to the right, because why not? And then I realized that sending a dragon type out that I'm ready to evolve against another dragon type Pokemon's a very bad idea. But regardless, yay! I did it, guys! Vibrava is evolving into the almighty Flygon. Yay! I think that completes my team, too. I don't think anything else has to evolve. Yay! Dragon Tail. Well, I don't know. It's physical, but I also really honestly don't care for its ability at all. Plus, it's less accurate. I'm gonna say no because I get it in TM form after this gym. So if I change my mind later, I can just get it after the gym. Keep old moves. Give up. Alright, I'm gonna back to the Pokemon Center real quick so I can heal up Espeon, because turns out Espeon's probably gonna be one of my more apparent sources of damage for this gym. So I will be right back. Alright, back in the gym, we could head up another level, and you have two choices of battle, although I recommend fighting them both. The left one is a rotation battle, and the right one is a triple battle. Rough skin plus a rocky helmet on a really tanky and defensive Pokemon would be the most irritating thing ever. I actually really like the rocky helmet on Skarmory, because Skarmory can take hits like no other. Not to mention it's got high defenses to begin with, so it could basically withstand any physical attacks and probably deal more damage back than it takes. Anyways, triple battle. Alright, and with those trainers out of the way, we are ready to fight Drayden. You can ascend up to Drayden, but of course, I recommend you always go back, heal, save, do all that good stuff, and I'm going to do the same, so I will be right back. Alright. Hi there, Drayden. It is time to do battle for our 7th badge. Alright, here we go. Old man Drayden. He's gonna start out with the Drudgegon, level 46 Dragon type, sheer force ability. Moveset is Dragon Tail, Revenge, Slash, and Crunch. On hard mode, he's level 50 with Dragon Tail, Revenge, Rock Slide, and Crunch, as well as holding a Citrus Berry. He also has Hyper Potions, as per usual, for any gym battle. And yes, I am actually starting off with my Cottony, or I guess it's evolved into Whimsicott. To me, it makes sense because I have Cotton Guard and all of his Pokemon use nothing but pretty much physical moves. I think Flygon has maybe a special move or two, but... oh, darn it, I didn't get my Leech Seed off. What a jerk. Oh no, I did get my Leech Seed off. Okay, cool. Dragon Tail is like the special move of this gym that all of his Pokemon have. And the reason being is, what it does is it attacks last, but it'll knock out your Pokemon. So, yeah, it's really irritating, especially if you're trying to set up Pokemon with a specific strategy. Like I had Cotton Guard up on Cottony. Cottony can pretty much survive any Pokemon in this gym despite being not so strong against them. I'm also setting up spikes for his last Pokemon, Haxorus. It may sound a bit silly, but I'm actually afraid of his last Pokemon. So I want to ensure that I get the thing killed in the quickest fashion possible. Because the second Pokemon is Flygon, and that has the Levitate ability, which is immune to whatnot. I'm also trying to purposefully knock out his Hyper Potion, so it's no longer a factor in this battle. So, Druddigon isn't too bad. It's mainly an offensive one. If you ask me, the defensive version is far more irritating with Swagger, Protect, Rocky Helmet, and Rough Skin. Oh my goodness, that is one annoying Druddigon. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that is a stronger version of Druddigon than the one that Drayden is using. But all in all, honestly, if you're on par with his levels, he isn't too bad. My main concern lies with his last Pokemon, but I think I have enough in place to counter him without too much difficulty. Flygon is next on the roster. It is a Dragon Ground type with the Levitate ability. The moveset is Dragon Tail, Crunch, Earth Power, and Rock Slide. So essentially, he's got my Flygon, except mine has Dragon Breath. So I'm gonna fight Dragon with Dragon, just to see how this goes for my own curiosity. His hard mode Flygon is level 50 with Dragon Tail, Crunch, Earth Power, and Rock Slide. You know, if he doesn't use Dragon Tail, I think I might actually beat it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna beat it. I'm so proud of you, Flygon. No! I flinched! No! Trollololol. On hard mode, he also has an Altaria, level 50 Dragon Flying type with the natural Cure ability with Dragon Pulse, Cotton Guard, Sing, and Fire Blast. It is really irritating. So just be on the lookout for it. I guess he didn't want to use Dragon Tail. See, that's why I don't like Dragon Tail, because it knocks the Pokemon out of the fight and it forces a switch. And it's just like, I don't really want to do that. Anyways, the last Pokemon, Haxorus, level 48 Dragon type with the Mold Breaker ability, Dragon Tail / Assurance, and Dragon Dance. It has a Citrus Berry as well. On hard mode, it's level 52 with Dragon Tail, Shadow Claw, X Scissor, and Dragon Dance. Really irritating Pokemon. Really irritating Pokemon because of Dragon Dance. Have something in place ready to counter Dragon Dance, because it will set up and it can do a ton of damage to an underleveled team. Just be on the watch for Dragon Dance, because with buffed speed and buffed attack, it can basically knock out your entire team if you're not careful, especially if you're underleveled. I'm actually pretty on par with the levels in this game, so at this point in time, I'm relatively happy. My strategy is just have Will ready with Cotton Guard to take a few hits. If all else fails, I'll switch to Skarmory. I think I got a good grip on this battle, so I should be good. He's just gonna keep setting up, but honestly, it helps me. I think he only has one Hyper Potion. I hope. Please, I hope. If not, I might be in trouble, because I'm not prepared for 2 Hyper Potions. But yeah, that pretty much summarizes Drayden. He's tricky, but he could be worse in my opinion. I think a Rocky Helmet Rough Skin Druddigon is way more irritating. I guess if he used special type moves, that kind of counters that strategy though. Oh my goodness, Dragon Tail missed. If he doesn't have another Hyper Potion, I win. I win. Whoa! Great job, team! You sure showed his dragon types a thing or two. You have been defeated, Drayden. Anyways, that is it for Drayden. After the battle, he will give you the TM82 Dragon Tail. And if you haven't figured out what it does by now, it forces a Pokemon to switch out. Honestly, I don't really care for the move. I would have much rather had Dragon Claw. To me, Dragon Tail is not that great of a Dragon type move. It's not even 100% accuracy, and it's not strong to begin with. I don't really like the move. Anyways, he's going to ask you to wait outside. He's actually going to ask you to meet up in his home. Unfortunately, there is no quick way out of this gym, which is kind of sad, to be honest, because you have to... I don't get it. It'll violently throw you against other trainers, but yet it'll move as slow as a snail up and down. Yep. Slowest dragon in the world. Hi, Clyde. I guess you still have one more gym to stalk me at. Anyways, upon exiting the gym, Drayden will follow. Apparently, he has a fast way to get out of the gym. Jerk. He's going to ask you to meet him at his home, but we will do that next time. That is all for this part. I might not upload the next day or two, so just giving you a warning. So sorry for any delays. That is all. Thank you, and good night.